A summer of softball continues.
You can smile, it's okay, we are too.
Playing for each other.
What a slide getting under the tag.
Playing for their hometown.
Catch made on the run. Defense on display. Wow.
Every game, a chance to advance.
Smoke softball up the middle. Wins it on a walk-off in the ninth.
An experience they'll never forget.
To left field, and it's good. Swing and a miss to end this one.
Welcome to the Little League Softball Regionals.
There's nothing better. I want this summer forever.
And we welcome you to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. A big day in Warner Robins. We will send a team to the Little League Softball World Series. Both teams have been there before. Lake Mary, representing the state of Florida, is the defending champion. And this Pitt County team, representing North Carolina, they were the world champions 2 years ago. Regional championships will be contested over the next couple of days all over the country. You win your region and you go to North Carolina, Greenville to be specific, to play in the World Series. Here in the Southeast region, we have 8 different states represented by their state champions from local Little Leagues. Florida has been the team to beat for the past 2 seasons. They're the defending champions. They beat this North Carolina team in extra innings just a couple of days ago. North Carolina survived a thriller yesterday. Speaking of the first time these two teams met, they went into the 7th inning and a walk-off hit by a player they call Big Al. Avery Little sent that out into center field, and Florida secured its spot in the championship. This North Carolina team has had to go to extra innings in both of their last 2 games. Yesterday, they hadn't gotten a hit in their last 12 batters until Gemma Braxton in extra innings sends that deep to left and walks it off. Pitt County came from behind to beat Georgia and set up this rematch in the Southeast Region Championship. So good afternoon, everybody. I'm Sam Gore along with Brittany McKinney. And Brittany, we've had such a fun week here in Warner Robins. We always do. The level is so high. But let's get right into these teams. And let's talk about the defending champion Lake Mary, Florida team.
I mean, they're an elite team. They have been so much fun to watch. They've been able to stay in their winner's bracket, keep a couple days off. But their pitching, their defense, their offense, it's everything that you wanted to see on a softball field. They got to this championship taking the easy road, stay in the winner's bracket, defeating Georgia 11-3, taking down South Carolina, a really tight game. We saw the walk-off against North Carolina. But there's been a couple big pieces to how this Florida team has made it back to the championship in Warner Robins, and that is Avery Little. We saw her hit the walk-off, but she has been one of the most consistent bats in this lineup for Florida. She hits with power. You put runners on base, and that is when she is most clutch. And there it is again, that walk-off to send her team to the championship game here today. And in a little extra rest. They had yesterday off before coming in to today's game against North Carolina. In North Carolina, they took a little bit longer road. They came out rolling 18-0 against Alabama, 14-0 against Virginia. They lost that extra inning game to Florida, had to go into extras yesterday against Georgia and down to their last strike, come back and win it in extra innings. Now they get to go and face Florida once again for a shot at Greenville. And Kinley Morgan, her favorite player is Jordy Ball, and her herself is one of the best two-way players here. She can spin it in the circle. We'll see her get the start today, but in the box, 4 for 10, 5 RBIs, 5 runs scored. She makes an impact on both sides of the ball. She wasn't available to pitch yesterday, but she'll be back in the circle today for North Carolina as they try and take on this Florida team.
This will be one of the most memorable days in these young people's lives along with their parents, and we're excited to bring it to you when we come back to Warner Robins. season starts at Dick's. And in part by the General. The General gives you a break on car insurance when you need it most. We've had so much fun this week. The national anthems have been sung by young people from ages 4 all the way up into maybe 84. A wide range of entertainers this week and fantastic crowd support. And this Pitt County Little League team will need the support of all those back in Winterville, North Carolina, just outside of Greenville, North Carolina. They were the World Series champions 2 years ago. They were the automatic representative in the World Series last year, so both of these teams are trying to get back to the World Series. And here's a look at who they will bring to the plate, Brittany.
I know we talked about Kinley Morgan in the Open, but Gemma Braxton had that big hit yesterday for the walk-off, and Avery Moy, 7 for 9, a triple. It was 2 for 3 against Florida the last time they met up. She has been lights out in that 3-hole.
You can tell so much about these players by their actions in these shots.
Personality is shining.
It makes so much sense.
Their shoes are tied today.
Yeah, after you've read their questionnaires. That's right, the thumbs up. She had her shoe untied, and the opposing catcher actually tied it for her in a couple of games ago. Chloe Cheek will be in the circle. She is the ace for Florida.
No doubt about it. She has been lights out. Went against this North Carolina team the last time they faced off. She has yet to surrender a run in the first inning. She has been lights out. She has her changeup working really well last time these two faced off, and she can also elevate with her rise ball when she gets ahead.
She will meet the opposing pitcher right away. It is pitcher versus pitcher as Kinley Morgan, who will be in the circle for North Carolina, steps in, and the winner goes to the Little League Softball World Series. Morgan, 4 for 10 this week. It's a big bat to lead off for this Pitt County team. Goes after that first pitch. Edgehill ran over to try to make a play on it. We've seen several balls caught in foul territory this week. And have a lot of room to work with in this stellar facility here in the Southeast region. This is Warner Robins, Georgia. Defense has been outstanding on both sides.
Going after the first 2 pitches here in the championship game tells you a little bit of what you need to know about North Carolina. They are going to be aggressive in the box, and when they get on the bases, they are going to be aggressive. They are go, go, go until they get a stop sign. So many times they've taken the extra bag. They turned doubles into triples, singles into doubles.
And that last pitch was significant. It was Chloe Cheek's 200th pitch of this region. Did she go? Yes, and Chloe Cheek strikes out Kinley Morgan to start the game.
When Chloe Cheek gets ahead, you're going to see this rise ball more often than not. 0-2 count, has a lot of room to work with, and just elevates. It's so difficult, even for a great hitter like Kinley Morgan, to hold up on.
Look at Jack Allen, the manager of this North Carolina team, a farmer from Winterville. Farms peanuts, cotton, tobacco, pigs. Both these coaches very animated. It'll be a lot of fun to watch them manage their teams today. Gemma G. Braxton had the big hit yesterday, ended up on SportsCenter today as well. She was a top 10 play. Had the walk-off hit to deep left field, driving in 2 runs for the win over Georgia. She also made a fantastic diving catch when she was in the circle. Hit out into right center, and Edgehill. So much range in the outfield.
And these fences are 225 all the way around. You see how far Edgehill is playing deep, playing back, and ranges over to the right center field. That ball, if this is a 200-foot fence, that ball's out of here. That's a great play.
Yeah, anything over an outfielder's head typically is at least extra bases. We've seen some inside the park home runs when the ball gets past the outfield. And this Florida outfield giving these North Carolina batters a lot of respect. Avery Moy is up to bat now for North Carolina.
And I like that strategy from Florida and where they're positioning their outfield. They are very deep, but they're not going to let a ball get by them. They're playing no doubles, no triples. They're okay with the bloop single falling in front of them, but nothing's going to get behind them.
Cheek's been ahead of every batter so far, now 1-1. The Florida outfielders, all three of them, Tormos, Green, and Edgehill, they have tremendous speed. Moy hits that hard, and a base hit for Avery Moy. And Moy now has been one of the best bats of this regional. She was 1 for 2 yesterday against Georgia.
Yeah, Sam, she's just 8 for 10 in the regional.
Is that good?
Hitting 800. A couple extra base hits in there too. I mean, come on now. Look at that.
And she was yawning before the game in the handshake line.
She's relaxed.
Yeah, chilled out, no nerves. Charlie Chuck Rouse up to bat now. And Rouse swings on the first pitch, hits a foul. We have all these players fill out questionnaires prior to getting here just to help us get to know them a little better. And one of the questions is, tell us some things you collect. And there are various things that players tell us that they have collecting at home. And for Chuck Rouse, the batter, she said, I collect wins.
Love that. I think she'd like one more win to complete that collection.
A win today sends one of these teams to the Little League Softball World Series. Right back up to Cheek in the circle. Good job by Chloe Cheek in the circle. Avery Moy got the only hit. We'll be back. Florida up to bat. Florida State champion is from the Lake Mary Little League. Lake Mary's in the northeast corner of the Orlando Metro and home to a ton of excellent youth sports facilities. Lee Corso used to live up in that Lake Mary area, and this is who Lake Mary will send to the plate.
Yeah, this is a lineup top to bottom that gets production 1 through 12 in this continuous batting order. Zoe Brandon at the top is just a spark plug, and we saw Avery Little and what she could do in a clutch situation. But Bryn Feeser is the one returner from this team that made it to the Little League World Series last year, and her leadership has been huge for this team.
Yeah, Feeser trying to become the first Lake Mary, Florida Little League player to ever go to back-to-back Little League World Series. And her dad is the manager, and he would be the first coach to go to back-to-back Little League World Series. Continuous batting order, everybody on the roster bats. They're all going to face Kenley Morgan, the ace for Pitt County, who couldn't pitch yesterday because she went into extra innings the day before.
And you knew she wanted to be in the circle yesterday in that close game against Georgia, so I'm sure she is fired up to get the ball today. Last time she faced this Florida lineup, she gave up just 4 hits, 2 earned runs, but had 6 strikeouts and just 1 walk. And she does a great job of spotting her fastball, will work both sides of the plate. And just like we saw with Chloe Cheek, when she gets ahead, she's going to elevate in the zone and go to that rise ball.
This Pitt County team from North Carolina lost to Florida 3-2 in 7 innings a couple of days ago. These have been the 2 best teams of the week, and they meet for the right to go to the Little League Softball World Series. Zoe Brandon will be the leadoff batter for Florida. Thrives on the pressure of being that leadoff batter, she said. This is exactly where she wants to be. Takes the first pitch inside. Brandon 1 for 3 in the last game against North Carolina. Scored one of the runs for her team. Brandon throws her first strike. Zoe Brandon, we've learned a lot of these players, their numbers are not coincidental. She wears her number 9 because that was her mother's jersey when she played. Mom Julie, who's now an accountant. We were saying, Brittany, that when we were in youth sports, you just wore whatever the coach handed you. But these players put a lot of thought into the number they wore.
Yeah, the smallest kid was always number 1, and then the sizes went up from there, and the numbers.
2-1 the count to Zoe Brandon, first batter of the game for the Florida team, defending champs here. Fouls that off. This Florida team well positioned for the future as well. As is North Carolina, both of their 10U teams won state championships. So they will just continue to reload and probably be at the top of this region for a long time. Hit to center field, a clean single for Zoe Brandon, and that's what you want your leadoff hitter to do.
Exactly right. Your leadoff sets the tone for your offense for the game. Zoe Brandon waited, was patient, got a pitch over the heart of the plate that she could drive up the middle. Florida, you know they would love to get ahead early.
3-1-1. Avery, your pitch, kid. Your pitch.
Brent Fieser.
No out.
Banker by trade. In fact, he had to do some work yesterday, he told me. But has been a valuable member of that Lake Mary Little League leadership for a long time. His daughter on the team.
Drive it. Hey, nothing high, see it down. Let's go. Give me something hard on the ground through the gap.
He would be the first coach to take a Lake Mary team to back-to-back Little League Softball World Series. His daughter, one of the stars on the team as well, Bryn. Also coaches his son's Little League team. And that is going to drop fair as Little gets the base hit. Brandon will hold at second. So Avery Little, player they call Big Al, that walked the game off a couple of days ago, has a big hit to start.
Definitely not the hardest hit ball we've seen off the bat of Avery Little, but with the defense, the outfield playing deep, respecting the power of this lineup, drops it in right in front of the right fielder Baylor Stocks and just inside that foul line. What a start for Florida.
2 on, no outs. Bryn Fieser, the coach's daughter, up to bat now. Bryn, the only player that was on the roster last year when they won this Southeast region. So she has gone from last year being one of the younger players to this year being one of the leaders of this team. She sort of sets the tone emotionally for this group. Runner going. Got it. Nice heads-up run by Zoe Brandon.
Hey.
High intelligent softball. That ball did not go anywhere. I think it still was touching Haley Hines' glove behind the plate, but as soon as Zoe Brandon saw it on the ground, she took off.
So fun to watch both these teams, Brittany, because they're so aggressive on the base paths. North Carolina is the same way. And a strike from Morgan. Now Florida with runners at second and third, no outs. He will not hesitate to send Zoe Brandon.
Now, middles are still staying back. Corners are not in line with the bases. Imagine if a corner gets it quick, they're going to try and go for, but they need to be sure of an out. Good.
Inside strike to Feeser, 1 and 2.
I love the fact Kinley Morgan going inside in this situation. Runners on second and third. You want to keep the ball away from the right side of the field. Get her something to your third baseman. Keep that runner at third base.
That is popped up to second base. Easy catch for Bailey Jackson. 1 down, runners hold.
And that's a big out for Kinley Morgan, giving up back-to-back hits to start off this game, and then the big hitter, Bryn Feeser, comes up. Nice fly ball for the first out.
And then she had a little chat with the next batter, Owsley. What might be something she would tell Owsley?
You know, just after watching that at bat, hey, be ready for something on the inside part of the plate. And Owsley, we say it every game, I love watching her play ball, and she loves it too. Just always smiling.
She has a little routine she goes through, and when she looks at her bat, it's like one of her friends. Look at that.
Just an endearing.
I love you. You're my friend, Bat. Oh, it's
the
so
joy
cute.
she plays
Yeah.
with.
So cute.
Good.
Great lesson, too.
And it's been working for her.
Yeah.
She's 4 for 6 so far in this regional.
Ironically, she's the youngest player on this team. She's the only player that is eligible to return next season.
Wow.
Runners second and third, 1 out. Owsley, big cut. Good pitch by Morgan. 1 and 2. Morgan had yesterday off. Was in the outfield.
Well, she was tremendous in the outfield, made some incredible plays.
And Morgan records her first strikeout. Runners coming home. Zoe Brandon sneaking in when that throw went down to first.
There's that aggressiveness you were just talking about, Sam. Zoe Brandon ended up on third base because of a ball in the dirt and a heads-up base running. This time she sees the drop third strike in the dirt and immediately knew as soon as Haley Hines, the catcher, released that ball, she was coming home, and she scored without much problem.
As a former catcher yourself, what's a lesson there? How do you play that ball when you're the catcher and you have that drop third strike with the runner on third?
You got to treat it just like an infielder. You've got to make sure that runner is moving back towards third base. Got to give her a look. She had plenty of time to get down to first base, but you know, you just drop third strike. Let's make sure we get an out. Always got to take a look at that runner because she was ready to come home.
So Florida scores the first run of the game here in the bottom of the first. It's popped up, and Hines, who's done such a good job behind the plate, catches the foul ball for the third out, but Florida picks up a run in the bottom of the first.
of a superstar.
Look at that play!
The Little Leaguers will be in the stands.
They're so excited to see us, and we're excited to see them.
They dream of being me, and I was once them.
Well, the Athletes Unlimited Softball Championship play-in delivers high-stakes action as the Portland Cascade take on the Chicago Bandits for the final spot in the championship. Utah awaits the winner of that. Don't miss the excitement Thursday at 9 Eastern on ESPN and the app. So many of these softball players have been able to go back to the hotel and watch pro softball the entire time we've been here.
And they've gotten some. We've had good games here. We've had great games. When we go home and turn on the TV, the Talons are waiting the winner of that play-in game. The Talons, the defending AUSL champs. It's going to be a good one. So if you still need your softball fix after we get out of here, got you covered tomorrow.
So many of these players put current professionals as their favorite players. Mallory Hayslip asked, who's your favorite softball player? Montana Fouts.
She'll be on that Talons team. She'll be in that championship series. And I love that, Sam. We've talked about it before. It's just over the years, more and more players fill out their questionnaires instead of seeing a baseball player or a male athlete as their favorite athlete. They're putting professional softball players, and I think it's the visibility in the league and what this sport has grown into, and I love it. They have somebody to look to.
Large percentage of these players say they want to be pro softball players. That's a pro hit right there by Mallory Hayslip to start off the second inning. Yeah, fired up.
And that's what you want to see if you're North Carolina. You give up a run in the first inning to Florida. They take an early lead. Now you get your bats in your hand. Your leadoff hitter, Mallory Hayslip, who has been hot. She's 6 for 9 with eight RBIs on the week. Leads off with a base hit.
I would love to track the 24 players we have here in 10 years, because these are 24 of the most intense competitors I have ever seen at this age. We're usually, they're 10 to 12-year-olds. There's a cutoff date, so some of them are 13, but this is just such a great group. So much character as well.
Just the level of competition and athleticism and game IQ. I was so excited when I woke up this morning. Hey, this is championship day. We're going to send somebody to the Little League World Series. These dreams are going to come true. And then the other part of me is like, but they both, I feel like, should be there. And then I got a little sad that somebody's road comes to an end here. But they, no matter what, the way these teams represented their communities, their little leagues, I mean, so proud.
Anna Autry, one of her nicknames is Muscle. I think you can tell why. One day she dreams of playing in the AUSL and serving in the U.S. Marines. Good pitch by Cheek. 2-1, runner on first for North Carolina, trailing by 1. So many of the current AUSL players participated in Little League.
That's pretty amazing, just to see how the partnership with AUSL and Little League, but there's also a real history between the two. And Kat Sandercock played for the McCain Little League team that we saw here last year, won the Little League World Series. She's now playing with the Chicago Bandits. She'll be in that play-in game tomorrow night.
How about Chloe Cheek here? Got behind in the count 2-0, has fired a couple of strikes in a row, trying to keep North Carolina off the base path. This North Carolina team's so good at running the bases when they get on. Here's the 2-2 pitch. And from 2-0 down, Cheek comes right back for her second strikeout.
And she kept the ball at the top of the zone and just kept getting swing and misses. Anna Autry, a very aggressive hitter, puts a good swing on it, but that ball just elevates just enough to miss the barrel.
Next up, Maddie Kate Allen. She goes by MK. She is manager Jack Allen's daughter. Her little sister Molly won the North Carolina State 10U championship last week and was able to get here and cheer on her big sister. Hayslip, the runner at first base, 1 out. Florida just scored in the bottom of the first. In the 6th-inning game, the winner moves on to the Little League Softball World Series.
Chloe Cheek again, up in the zone. I would stay there until North Carolina can prove to me that they can lay off of it. I'd expect her to go right back up.
Cheek looking extra strong today with that day of rest yesterday.
She's certainly in a rhythm right now.
Back-to-back strikeouts recorded by Chloe Cheek.
You know a pitcher's feeling it when she's getting swing and misses, and Chloe Cheek gets another strikeout swinging here, this time on the outer half of the plate. But Chloe Cheek's one of those pitchers, if you fall behind, she has so many tools in her toolbox that she can pull out that it is hard for a hitter to make a right decision.
She's thrown over 200 pitches. She crossed that threshold in this game, second pitch of the game. Here's Emily Nelson for the North Carolina team. Emily's dad not only won this region when he played Little League, but he also went to the Little League World Series. Continuing that family legacy. Her dad, Shelton, he's one of the coaches of this team as well, one of the assistants. Nelson went 1 for 2 against Florida a couple of days ago. More heat by Cheek.
Yeah, she's throwing it, Sam. I think the velocity's up even from the first inning. She's one of those pitchers that you give her a lead, then she's going to roll.
Trying to bring her team back up to bat. Outside corner runner going to second. And a little collision, but safe is Hayslip. Good sportsmanship there. She and Zoe Brandon colliding.
Well, that was impressive. There was so much traffic around second base. I'm not sure how that ball was caught, but it was. Nice grab, and you know, trying to get to the base, there was a lot of legs and arms moving around. I don't know if she made it to the base.
She went to take out. Well, your girl was in the way as well.
Florida manager Brent Fieser asking for an explanation on the call.
Asking about sliding. There's not a mandatory slide rule in Little League, but there is. You cannot dive head first into a base, but you do not have to slide, and the coach is going to have them take another look at this.
So you get 2 incorrect challenges for the 6th-inning regulation game. You only get an extra one if you go to extra innings. Here's the play. She was called safe, obviously. And then there's the collision. Actually collided with Bryn Fieser.
I don't know how Bryn caught this ball. In real time, I thought Zoe Brandon from shortstop had come across and got it. You still see the runners still not on the base.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. In real time, it looks like Hayslip is there. But when you take a look at it in slow motion here, you can understand why they're challenging it.
I'm going to give a little love to the catcher, Avery Little, because she put that ball on the money. I mean, Bryn Fieser did not have to move her glove. The ball ended up right in front of the base.
So the call on the field is safe. Florida is challenging this. Avery Little, boy, what a star she's been in this Southeast region. Had the walk-off hit and throwing runners out behind the plate.
Yeah, she's already thrown out 2 runners so far.
Yeah, look at this throw.
Right there. Just has the runner slide into or run into the glove.
Our umpire crew this week has done a phenomenal job. Dave Byers, the home plate umpire, Patrick Reed at first, Jeff Ross at second, Ham Estrada at third. All the coaches have praised the umpiring. They're volunteers as well.
How about the job of Bryn Feeser of holding on to this ball through contact? I mean, the contact is happening almost at the same time as the ball entering her glove gets knocked to the ground, and the ball stays in her glove the entire time.
Every call is so crucial here in this championship game. The winner goes to the Little League Softball World Series. That's Mallory Hayslip, the base runner, still standing out there on second base. Florida's loose. That's been one of my favorite things this week during the challenges, seeing what the players do.
I think it's pretty clear that there was a tag before she reached the base. The only way that I could see this play standing if they come back with some sort of an obstruction. Bryn Feeser didn't allow Mallory Hayslip to get to the base, but I think it was pretty clear that the tag was made before she reached second base.
So another look. Feeser is the player in the back. Call on the field was safe.
The focus by Bryn Feeser to catch that ball. With your shortstop coming across you, a runner coming into you. After this play, I was trying to find the ball because there's no way that somebody came up with that. And I didn't see it. Sure enough, it was in Bryn Feeser's glove the whole time.
It's North Carolina manager Jack Allen. Everybody waiting the result of this. This is, I think, the longest challenge we've had this week.
There's certainly a lot of moving pieces in this, and every game's important, every play is important, but this being the championship game, give it an extra look.
She's out, and that is the third out. Avery Little with a perfect throw down to second base gets Hayslip out. We're sending a team to the Little League Softball World Series, and you got a shot. The United States has taken the last 5 Little League Softball World Series, including the Little League that we're watching today. Pitt County, the champion in 2024 from Winterville, North Carolina. Last year, Pennsylvania can call itself world champion for about another month. Two teams trying to get back to the Little League Softball World Series. This Pitt County team actually was at the Little League Softball World Series last year as the automatic representative from the state of North Carolina. Since that state hosts, they get an automatic team in each year. Johnston County is that team this year. And we could end up with 2 teams from North Carolina in the Little League Softball World Series if North Carolina can win this Southeast Region Championship game. Kylie Green coming up to bat. She's only been playing softball a couple of years. She was an elite gymnast all the way up to level 6. She's the daughter of Florida Gator basketball great Tarian Green. He's still an assistant with the men's team. There he is watching his daughter today. He's director of player development for the Florida men's basketball team. And his daughter skies one out to center field, and Chuck Rouse makes the catch. Barely had to move.
And that ball was crushed. Charlie Rouse out in center field. We mentioned earlier that the outfielders are certainly given a lot of respect. Both sides are to these hitters.
I mean, I think what we've learned the past few days with all the walk-off hits is you just cannot let a ball get behind an outfielder here.
Got to keep everything in front, limit the extra bases for sure.
Kaylee Whitlock swings on the first pitch. That gets down, and it'll be an infield single for Kaylee Whitlock, so Florida has a base runner on here in the bottom of the second. That hurt.
Got jammed up a little bit in this, but she saw all of her teams hitting these long fly balls in the outfield, saw that wasn't working, so she just dropped one in the middle of the infield. Just tough luck for North Carolina. That's a no man's land. Great effort by Gemma Braxton at shortstop to try and even make that close.
Now pitcher against pitcher, Chloe Cheek up to bat for Florida for the first time. She was 1 for 2 against Kinley Morgan when they played a couple of days ago. She was the pitcher that clinched the state championship for this Lake Mary team. They beat a team from Destin, Florida to earn the right to come back here. Not only did she pitch in that state championship game, Chloe Cheek, but she caught a line drive in the circle for the final out to clinch the title.
What a great feeling. Pitching all game long, and then you get to catch the ball for the final out.
Cheek fouls it off. Hayslip going over to try to make a play, and she was willing to sacrifice everything to catch that ball. That just got in the dugout, got in the way.
There's a ton of room in foul territory here. You see that little exit where it projects out there. She was there. I think that even tipped off the end of her glove. She just ran out of room. Disappointed, but great effort.
We've seen several catches made in foul territory this week. Morgan ahead in the count 0-2. Cheek goes after that one to stay alive in the at-bat. Runner at first base is Kaylee Whitlock, who got the infield single. Florida scored in the bottom of the first. This is their second at-bat in the 6-inning game. Hines walking it out from behind the plate as Whitlock was looking like she was thinking of stealing. Caught. Will they double her up? No. Nice catch by Bailey Jackson at second base. 2 outs. Well, you want to see some girls with game? Tune into an exciting summer of softball. Visit littleleaguesoftball.org for great content, information about starting a softball league where you are, and more. This Florida team, their players, 5 of them have played over 5 years of Little League. The average on the team, each player's played about 4 years of Little League. Some of the Florida players have been together since T-ball. Riley Tolan, the batter. Kenley Morgan's now thrown over 200 pitches this week as well. Still looking strong. Runner on first, 2 outs. Tolan hits it to right field. No problem for Baylor Stocks to make the catch. So Florida strands 1, and North Carolina will come back up as we head into the 3rd inning in this championship game. Run over the 225 fence, and then Acadia Grady, a 2 RBI triple. Got everybody fired up, and in the circle that day, Caden Hugh, lights out, and Florida beat Virginia to secure a spot in the Little League Softball World Series. Only one player back from that team, and there she is, Bryn Fieser, who is anchoring down second base. If Florida were to win this game, she would be the first player in Lake Mary Little League history to go to back-to-back World Series.
Yeah, we were talking to her dad yesterday, and he's the manager of this team. Just her growth from last year to this year, and you see the Lake Mary team from last season that won it came back in their World Series jerseys to support the current team, and you know the relationships in softball and Little League softball are so great. And then you know at a young age being in that mentoring role, that's something, that kind of experience that you get through Little League. I love seeing that team back out here.
Bryn Fieser said this year's team much different in the way they play from last year's team. Last year's all about power. This year's team has been more of a counter-punching team. Nelson, the batter for North Carolina, she was in the batter's box when we had that throw out at second base in the last North Carolina at bat. She's a Talons fan.
You mentioned the power from Florida last year. It was like their offense would just set them apart from whoever they're playing, and this year it seems like more of a balanced attack. They have power in the lineup. They can play small ball. They have speed. Their defense has been solid. Chloe Cheek has been leading the way in the circle, but they have 2 other arms that they can rely on as well. Very deep and balanced. Even
though Fieser's the only player back from last year, 9 of their 12 players played together last year on an 11U championship team. And Chloe Cheek has struck out the last 3 batters she's faced.
She's certainly in a rhythm right now, and that pitch up in the zone, her rise ball, when she gets ahead, she places it so well. It's not too far out of the zone that it's not competitive, and it looks so good to a hitter who's trying to defend the plate. A little smile.
Cheek always looks very relaxed in the circle. She exudes confidence. It's just so important when you're in the circle and all eyes on you. Haley Hines up to bat now, future veterinarian or maybe nurse. She's not sure. They can put her at 5 different positions defensively. We've seen her behind the plate catching. 0-2. She's the one that tripped us up when she said, what has 5 toes that's not your foot? And the answer is my foot.
I like how you said that tripped you up.
Yeah,
That
it did
was
trip
good.
me up. Pun intended.
A joke on a joke? Sam, you're getting good. You're getting too good at this.
I have no trouble with 12-year-old humor. Up high, ball 1.
That was a changeup. We have not seen much of that from Chloe Cheek. She likes to hold on to that pitch to about later innings, second time through the lineup. Great hold.
Looking to see if she went around. Nope. First base umpire Patrick Reed said she held on to it. Good discipline by Hines. 2-2 the count. Cheek has struck out the last 3 batters she's faced. Struck out the first batter of the game as well for her 4. Hines fouls it off. Seen so many disciplined at-bats this week. Players that go up there with a purpose.
And they don't go down easy. So many foul balls. Just working counts, deep into counts. Hitters are on a mission.
Hines hits that sharply, gets through. And Hines rips it.
And this,
Impressive.
yeah, it's a great at bat to even get to this point. Fell behind early, fouled off a couple pitches, get something low and in she can handle, puts it through the 5-6 hole. And sometimes as a defense, when your pitcher's rolling, I mean, she had struck out the past 3 hitters. Kind of get a little comfortable out there.
So North Carolina with 1 on now, and 1 out. Florida clinging to a 1-0 lead. They scored in their first at bat. It's Bailey Jackson, her nickname is Smiley. She's been anchoring second base. Jackson wears that number 16 because it's her birthday, and also it's her favorite athlete, Bo Jackson's number. She's a future orthodontist. 13, I was worried about going to the orthodontist, not becoming one.
These ladies are advanced.
Cheek falls behind in the count, 2-0. Hines the runner at first. North Carolina team is lethal when they get a runner in scoring position. Florida trying to keep the runner at first, forces at second. Right down the middle for the called second strike. Cheek battles back from a 2-0 count to 2-2. Jackson is the 10th hitter in the 12 batter continuous batting order. If you're on the roster, you hit in Little League. Whitney, for superstition, she said she sprays hairspray on her sock before getting ready.
On her sock?
Yeah, have you ever heard of anybody do that?
No.
Must have happened one time accidentally, and she had a great game, so now she does it before every game.
Absolutely.
I might try it.
Yeah, you might need to.
I don't have hairspray.
Here she goes.
Did she go? Yes. So from a 2-0 count, Chloe Cheek registers another strikeout.
We talk about the hitters battling back. How about Chloe Cheek battling back here? Falls behind, and then just comes back, gets a couple strikes on her, and then that pitch up and out. It's so difficult with 2 strikes for a hitter to lay off that. You know, Bailey Jackson almost went a little too far.
Allie Scott Gaddis coming up for North Carolina. She's one of the younger players on this team, only 11 years old. Beauty of Little League, this age range, you have dramatic height differences. Gaddis is only 4'11", but she plays big. In fact, her nickname is Big Al.
That was a big cut too.
So she's the team prankster.
Whoa.
Gaddis yesterday drew a walk, scored a run, and a come from behind win against Georgia. She's a big Carlin Pickens fan. Runner going. Safe. Good steal by Hines to get in scoring position. This is where North Carolina has been very dangerous when they get that runner out to second base, but there are 2 outs here.
I like the aggressiveness. North Carolina has not gotten a runner into scoring position, doing something here, put pressure on the defense.
Gaddis goes after that pitch. And running was Hines. She was about halfway to third base.
You mentioned Gaddis getting that walk yesterday in the win over Georgia. There was 2 outs. They were down to their last out. And Allie Scott came up and worked a walk, and then the rest is history. She came around to score. But without that walk, they wouldn't be here today.
Gets by the catcher, runner will go to third easy. So Hines standing on third base now. This is the first scoring threat for North Carolina. Count is full, 2 outs. So a little meeting in the circle.
Anything down. If it flies to that backstop, it's coming back.
Big pitch here. Gaddis fouls it down the left field line. First 3-ball count for Chloe Cheek. She has been stellar in the circle, but North Carolina threatening to tie the game. This keeps fighting.
She is a fighter. Small in stature, but she is a fighter.
It's her 4th foul ball.
The last time these 2 teams matched up, North Carolina was only able to push 2 runs across. So runs are a premium, and runner at third base. And North Carolina would love to see that come across.
Full count, 2 outs. Gaddis right back to Cheek, and North Carolina unable to score. Florida gets out of a bit of a jam, and the score remains 1-0 in favor of the defending champions. Dick's Sporting Goods. A memorable day for everyone involved today. One of these teams is going to the Little League Softball World Series. That's a look at the Georgia team, just giving you an idea of how much sportsmanship and class there is here. This team lost a heartbreaker to North Carolina yesterday, and they are back supporting their new friends from around the Southeast region.
And that's a Georgia team that I will remember forever. The fight they had a come-from-behind win against Virginia, a walk-off win against South Carolina, came back late against North Carolina to force extra innings. I mean, anytime it looked like that Georgia team was out of it, they just came storming right back. They were so much fun to watch.
Yeah, of all the places they could be today, they decided to come and support these two teams. Garandi puts it on the ground to second base. Jackson picks it up, makes the play. Smiley Jackson with the layout.
All smiles after that one. Bailey Jackson, she makes the routine plays all day long at second base, but she also makes these high-level difficulty plays, diving to her glove side, keeps the ball close enough and flips it over from the knees. I'll tell you what, we've seen her make some plays up the middle just like that too, but this time going the opposite direction can do the same thing.
Quinn Marshall, the next batter for this Florida team. She and Chloe Cheek both wanted the number 10 number this year, but Quinn decided, you know what, you take it, and I'm going to take number 37, which is the number of one of their players from last year, Brooklyn Catalano, who inspired this team so much when she was injured and stayed with the team, supported them all the way through the Little League Softball World Series. So Quinn wearing that jersey in Brooklyn's honor, who, by the way, now is just thriving at the next level of softball. Striking the outside corner for Morgan.
Quinn Marshall, the only slapper we've seen in this regional, and she's just been an on-base machine. She's got a ton of speed, can place the ball really well, falls behind here now, 1-2.
Fouls that back. Morgan ahead in the count, 1-2. Coach Feeser talking to her before this next pitch. Telling her to compete.
Nice pitch. It's a great pitch, especially against a slapper who have their feet moving as they go through the box before they swing to try and get that head start to use their speed. Sometimes you can really catch them out in front when you change speeds. So it's a great pitch.
Ball three, count goes full. Morgan hasn't walked a batter today. Struck out one. Seventh pitch of the at-bat coming. It's the first 3-ball count Morgan has had. Both our pitchers just have been so efficient today. And that's the first walk given up by Morgan. Marshall will head to first base. Florida's had a runner on in every inning so far. He scored their only run in the bottom of the first.
Stay on top of that ball and drive it, kid. Let's go.
He's talking to Aria Tormos. Coming up the bat. Where's Dad's former jersey number? He was a college baseball player. She goes after the first pitch. Tormos last year was on the 11U All-Star team that won their state championship, and they played in Tennessee. On the way back, they stopped at this field just to absorb it. She said she's been dreaming of playing here ever since, and she's fulfilled that dream this year in just 1 year.
That's a cool story.
How about that? Stopping at this field on your way back to Florida from Tennessee just to look at it. Oh, 2 the count, 1 down. Tormos caught by Braxton. Runner holds it first. 2 outs. And we go back to the top of the Florida batting order now. And Zoe Brandon, who led the game off with a single, coming up to bat.
That was a big out for Kinley Morgan in this defense because Zoe Brandon, she has a big bat, but being able to keep Quinn Marshall and her speed at first base, not allowing her to advance to scoring position, is huge.
Brandon got a single and has scored the game's only run so far. Runner going to second. Got her! What a throw by Haley Hines.
Hey, this is a pitcher's game, but the catchers have made a big impact. Both catchers throwing out runners so far in this game. This time it's Haley Hines gunning down the speedy Quinn Marshall to get North Carolina back in the dugout. Third strike on a strikeout. Florida scores 1 in the bottom of the first, but it's been zeros across the board ever since. And Florida pitcher Chloe Cheek, she got a 1-run lead and then she started rolling, has really gotten into her rhythm. A lot of swing and misses, and that rise ball has been detrimental to North Carolina. So hard to hold up on because she's been working ahead so much this game. You see her line there. 3 innings pitched, just the 2 hits allowed, and no walks is huge, but the 5 strikeouts have been really big for her.
This Southeast region has produced excellent softball. We're in the midst of our 4th consecutive 1-run game. It has been Little League softball at the highest level. And Baylor Stocks stepping in to face Chloe Cheek. Baylor, the final batter in the continuous batting order for North Carolina. Bailey yesterday 1 for 2, hits that right up the middle, and she's going to get on. Baylor Stocks has been so good in that 12 spot for this team.
Yeah, with the continuous batting order, you have got to have production from the bottom half of your lineup, and Baylor Stocks has done a tremendous job of turning this lineup over. She has got her 3rd hit of this regional, 3 RBIs, and she's been playing right field and has been a monster out there too.
Back to the top of the batting order now for North Carolina. Kinley Morgan, the pitcher, up to bat now. Morgan's hero and person she would most like to meet, none other than the GOAT, Michael Jordan.
Me too, girl.
She's a big UNC fan. Goes after that pitch, fouls it back. Morgan has been one of the best two-way players of this regional. Their ace in the circle. He's had so many clutch hits for them. Cheek way ahead in the count. She struck Morgan out the first time they faced each other.
Goes with the change up there. Last time she was able to strike out Kinley Morgan, she went up in the zone, the 0-2 count. Last time we saw Chloe Cheek, it was the second time through the lineup that we saw her throw that change up a lot more than we did the first time through the lineup.
Runner on first, no outs. Morgan fouls that to the right side. Morgan played left field yesterday, had a spectacular catch out there. Everywhere you put her, she does something amazing. How's that one straight back?
Battling.
Has been so high.
Yeah, it really has. And we talk about how aggressive these hitters on both sides have been. I'm incredibly impressed with their aggressiveness, but also is impressed with their discipline too. They fall behind, but then they're able to work counts, get back in it, fouling off pitches, letting pitches go.
Oh, what a pitch by Cheek. She saved it and is able to strike out Morgan. Strikeout number 6.
And I love that she holds off on throwing this changeup early in the game, and then the second time hitters see her, she has something brand new to introduce to them, and it's that changeup. We're going to see it a lot more as this game goes on. It's a great, great pitch.
Cheek going to face the hero from yesterday, Gemma Braxton. Braxton on the SportsCenter top 10 today. And a walk-off hit to deep left field to win the game for her team. A spectacular catch as well. She wears number 11. Remember I told you these players put a lot of thought into their number. 14 was her dad's soccer number. 3 was her mom's softball number. So 14 minus 3 is 11.
It's perfect. Love how she's sharing the love, not picking a favorite.
Making mom and dad happy.
We're both involved in this process.
Her mom actually played softball for this same Pitt County Little League program. Her dad was a professional soccer player. 2-0 the count. We've seen Cheek work back and strike players out from a 2-0 count. And now a 3-0 count.
Don't see much of that from Chloe Cheek in the circle.
Cheek has not walked a batter today. Struck out 6. Runner on first. North Carolina is at its most dangerous when they get a runner in scoring position. Outside corner strike. See if Cheek can work out of this. Wind blowing straight out now. It's fouled back. And this is one of the larger parks you'll ever see for Little League Softball. 225 all the way around. This is also the same field they play the Little League Baseball regional on. That'll take place in a couple of weeks. was hit toward right field, and running over was Edgehill. Couldn't quite get there in time, so the count stays full as Braxton battles with Cheek.
Back and forth. Both of these players are going at it. Chloe Cheek fell behind 3-0, battled back to make it a full count. Braxton fouling off some pitches.
Pitch number 7 about to come.
This is just two elite players going at it.
Hits that sharply to Brandon. They can't get 2, but nice job by Zoe Brandon at shortstop.
Incredible job by Zoe Brandon. That ball was hit on a line off the bat. I think I would have been moving out of the way, but instead she holds her ground, fields it cleanly, and is able to make the flip for the force out to get the lead runner and keep a runner out of scoring position. Great play. Gemma Braxton continues to hit the ball hard.
So they hold the runner on first. Brent Beezer, the Florida manager, out of the dugout talking to the second base umpire. It's Jeff Ross.
I think this may be a conversation of interference on the runner, not allowing the play to be made from second base to first. See Baylor Stocks coming in. Feeser looking to turn the play, but doesn't really have a throwing lane to make the play. I think Gemma Braxton was going to be safe if that throw was made regardless.
Umpires are going to meet about it.
Umpires have done a great job. Anytime there's any question, they have no hesitation of coming together, having a conversation, and making sure they get the play right. And that's all you can ask for an umpiring crew. They've been great.
No, the coaches have absolutely loved this umpiring crew. They honor the coaches when they come out and have a question. They will, as you said, meet about things.
Hey, 72 blue! 72 blue!
Ready for the grade 18?
Yeah, I know. He sounds like a quarterback. We gotta get a code, know what those plays are. Avery Moy stepping up.
I was going to say, with Avery Moy up the bat, you just let her do her thing.
Moy got a hit in her last at bat. She's been one of the biggest bats for this North Carolina team all week. Sends that out to center field, and Green races in and makes the catch. So Florida continues to hold North Carolina scoreless as we head to the bottom of the 4th. But its real power, well, it comes from you. Help us rally for Little League by texting the word rally to 345-345. Standard messaging rates apply. Little League is so special because it determines the best community team in the world. Both of these states are represented by communities that put together an all-star team, make it through districts, and then they become state champions to make it here. The Florida team beat a team from Destin, Florida to come back here. Tarian Green, the former Gator great, enjoying his daughter's performance. She just made a big catch out in center field. And now Florida coming back up to bat. Zoe Brandon, leadoff batter. Good catch. Brandon's favorite player, Mia Scott.
Texas great, national champion.
It's also the person she said she'd most like to meet. Good start here for Morgan, 0-2. Florida's up 1-0 in the bottom of the fourth of this 6th inning game. Florida's the home team. Trying to go back-to-back. The Southeast Region champion.
Two strikes.
The only run in this game scored in the 1st inning. And it was the player up at bat that scored it.
And it was on a strikeout. I mean, it's just been a pitcher's duel all day long for the only run to score on a strikeout. Just kind of tells the story right there.
Yeah, the Florida manager, Brent Fieser, yesterday told us we're going to throw our ace, they're going to throw their ace.
And let's go.
See what happens. Right now, those aces are dominating. Strike out for Kenley Morgan. That is her 2nd strikeout. Probably feels a little extra special because she was able to get that leadoff hitter out.
Climb the ladder with the rise, and it's really important, I think, to note is that this is the 2nd time these teams have played, and also the 2nd time these pitchers have faced these hitters. So these hitters have gotten good looks at these pitchers, but they continue to dominate in the circle.
These two teams played Monday. Florida won 3-2 in 7 innings. Gave Florida the day off yesterday, and so North Carolina has had to play for 3 straight days. And the big star in that game, up to bat now, Avery Little. She had the walk-off hit to beat North Carolina a couple of days ago. Future clothing brand designer, and if she won the lottery, she'd buy more clothes.
She could buy her own clothes if she's designed them. I guess she wouldn't have to buy them.
Morgan a little behind in the count, 2-1. North Carolina with 2 more at bats to try to catch or get in front of Florida. Off the hands. Good hustle by Hazel. Come over, just make an attempt. Saw her almost fall into the dugout trying to catch one earlier.
There's absolutely no lack of effort from anybody on the field on either side, really all week long. It's just been 100% go from everybody out here.
Big Al, another big hit straight up the middle. And Little 2 for 2 today, gets on with 1 out.
And she's feeling it too. She gets ahead in the count, drops her barrel, and just throws her hands at the ball strong enough to keep the barrel strong and hits it right back up the middle. I mean, Big Al's just been on it. 7th hit of the regional.
Coaches.
Hey, I need it on the ground. Stay in your legs and drive one.
Coach's daughter up to bat. Bryn Fieser. And she smacks that just foul down the left field line. And Bryn, the only player back from last year's championship team. It was a big story last year because it was the first exposure we ever had to her and her family, but she wants to be an oncologist one day because of her mom's successful battle against breast cancer. Really impacted Bryn in a positive way. So maybe future Dr. Feeser up the bat now. Is that back? 0-2.
You know, Florida would love to get a runner in scoring position with less than 2 outs, but we saw Haley Hines behind the plate throw a strike, throw a runner out earlier in the game. Coaches are going to be thinking twice before sending runners.
These are 3 foul balls. Also can come into the circle if Flora were to need her. She actually pitched a perfect game in districts this season. Chloe Cheek has showed no signs of needing relief. Runner going. Throw not in time. Florida with Avery Little in scoring position.
I love the emotion from Avery Little too. Looks into her dugout after she gets to second base and a big fist pump, knowing how important her runner is at second base. Just a 1-run game, getting later in this game. And tough luck for Haley Hines. That ball stayed in front of her, what you're taught to do.
1-2 pitch to Feeser. These are 4 foul balls in this at bat.
Hey.
Got a grounder.
High on it, kid. Drive it. I love it. I love it. Hey, keep competing, kid. Keep competing. Hey. Stay in your legs, head behind the ball, drive one. Let's go.
I love the keep competing. And that's what everybody's been doing, is just competing.
Count is 1-2. Florida with a runner in scoring position. Avery Little's at second base. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. Feeser fouls another one off. Fifth foul ball of this at bat.
Hey, I need a gut shot. Let's go. I need a gut shot. Hey, top half, kid. Top half.
He got it. There's the gut shot. Little will be held at third. An excellent play by Charlie Rouse in center field to come charging in. Feeser originally was going to send her, and then when he saw how quickly Rouse got this ball, he held her at third.
You're exactly right. And Feeser not doing too much, just trying to work the contact. Ball comes off the bat hard, but Charlie Rouse fields that cleanly, and you know Brent Feeser had his arm going to send the runner, but had to hold her. That's a great defense, saving a run right there.
Feeser winning that 7-pitch at bat. Runners at first and third now for Florida. Their only run came in the bottom of the 1st inning. We're in the bottom of the 4th now. And manager Jack Allen for North Carolina is going to go out to the circle. Only 1 out.
I think this is going to be a discussion about how to handle this 1st and 3rd.
Hey, we'll pitch out of this. We'll pitch out of this. We'll pitch out of this right here, right? Hey, corner's in. Everybody else, y'all are taking your outs back. The corner's in, you're checking her, and we're going, right? If she's going, it's going to be a tag play. It's not a force play at home, okay? So corners are going to come in. So middle's got to be back. We got to make a play, right? Your play's going to be more than likely they're going to get down right here and make it believable to the pitcher, right? But don't throw it by her. You know what I'm saying? Huh? We're in bunt 2. We're in bunt 2, bunt 2, bunt 2. Okay? Are we ready? Blue 7, blue 7, blue 7. Are we good? Yeah, hey, right in your chest, not too hard, right? We're good. Let's go. Yes, sir.
Yeah, you heard there how he wants to position the defense. The corners are going to be up, the middles are going to stay back, and if the runner takes off on this 1st and 3rd, going to make it believable like you're going to try and throw it to second, but just getting it back to the pitcher.
I love how he reminded the catcher it's not a force at home, it's a tag. So a meaningful, well-instructed visit by Jack Allen. Callie Owsley back up to bat, squares for the bunt. Runner will go to second uncontested. They'll let her take second. So right now, Avery Little, the runner at third base. Bryn Fieser, the runner at second base. Owsley's the batter. Owsley has hit a one-hopper over a 225 fence this year. Good pitch, outside corner, 0-2. And Owsley, the youngest player on this team, which has been one of their best bats.
Hey, so what? Hey, we got to reset our mind right now. I know they want strikes, hey, but whatever's in the past is in the past, right? All we can control is what we do now, okay? Next pitch, right? There's no one better up at the plate, and I believe in you, okay? Hey, you got an 0-2 count, drive one. See your pitch and drive it. Anything close, we battle. Let's battle, kid.
And the most perfect message to a young player right there. You could visibly tell that Callie Owsley did not think those last two pitches were strikes and was kind of getting in her head. Great recognition by Coach Fieser and pull her aside.
As it goes after that, count stays 0-2.
Hey, battle, kid, battle, battle, battle. Hey, anything close, battle. Change ups in play, drive one.
Change-ups in play. Good warning. Owsley crushes it into left center. One run will score. They will send another home. And Callie Owsley drives a hit out into left center and scores 2 runs.
And a player that just emits joy when she steps into the box, gets behind 0-2 count. Coach Brent Fieser has a word with her, calms her back down, and she smashes the ball into left center field gap. 2 RBIs. Florida extends their lead to 3-0.
Well, he told Owsley to drive it, and she certainly did.
His hitters are listening. He told Brent Fieser one back up the middle. Told Callie to drive one. They're listening.
Strike on the inside corner to Carissa Edgehills, who's done such a fantastic job out in right field defensively. She won the lottery. She'd buy 100 Chili's mozzarella sticks, but if she won the lottery, she could buy the whole Chili's. Throw down to first. Edgehill is a big Florida State softball fan, the batter, and in fact she makes sure that she and her family go to at least one Florida State softball game this season. It's about a 4-hour drive from where they live. Fouls that off. Florida picking up a couple of extra runs here to extend the lead in the bottom of the 4th. This is a 6-inning game. Winner to the Little League Softball World Series. This same Lake Mary Little League team represented Florida last year and advanced to the World Series. 1-2 the count. Edgehill again fouls it down the right field line. Owsley, the runner at first. Got that critical hit to drive in 2 runs.
Yeah, with 2 strikes. And Kinley Morgan's done a nice job of working ahead for the past couple batters. Does it again here.
Edgehill lifts it to center field. Rouse will settle under it. Makes the catch. Runner stays. Well, you don't want to miss an interleague MLB matchup when the Chicago Cubs host the Detroit Tigers tonight at 8 Eastern on ESPN and the ESPN app. Big day of Little League softball all across ESPN and ESPN2 today as well. This is the Southeast Region Championship here in Warner Robins, Georgia, between Florida and North Carolina. The winner goes to the Little League Softball World Series. Owsley, the base runner at first, just taunting Hines, the catcher, to make a throw, and Hines doesn't go for it. The batter is Kylie Green. Green, again, her dad Tarian Green up in the stands watching. An elite gymnast turned softball player. 1 and 2. One of the sweetest uniform number stories I've heard. She wears number 16 in memory of her dog Max that passed away at age 16.
That is the sweetest. Dogs are the best.
How's that back? A lot of softball souvenirs for the softball siblings. A lot of little brothers chasing those down.
Yeah, some tackling going on after on that one too.
Big pitch here, 1 and 2, 2 outs. Green gets that over toward first base in foul territory. And Hayslip goes over to catch the foul ball for the 3rd out. Florida up 3-0 as we head to the top of the 5th.
Strikeouts tonight.
Find the glove! It is out of here!
The competition has definitely elevated. The best is yet to come.
And we welcome you back to the Little League Softball Regionals on ESPN, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. We're going to be sending a team to the Little League World Series from here in Warner Robins. Right now, Florida is up 3-0 heading into the top of the 5th. Some other teams have already clinched spots in the World Series. A team from Japan, Puerto Rico, Italy. The North Carolina team is the Johnston County Little League. And a team from Texas will represent the Southwest region. Little League Softball World Series begins August 2nd on ESPN2. We got one other regional final today and some semifinals as well. Lake Mary Little League representing the state of Florida. They were the region champion last year, and they have the lead at the moment. This North Carolina team coming to bat in the top of the 5th. Remember, these are 6-inning games, and North Carolina is the visiting team, so they're down to their last 2 bats to try to catch Florida. First pitch swing. Nice play by Zoe Brandon for the quick putout.
Past couple innings, North Carolina has really been doing a good job, having good at-bats at the plate, putting a barrel on the ball, but just like this one, hard hit, right at a defender. Zoe Brandon makes a nice play to record the first out of the inning.
Lake Mary Little League Florida fans have about a 5-hour drive home later today. Chloe Cheek still working in the circle, having a fantastic game to this point. She's going to face future FBI agent Mallory Hayslip. Mallory's sister Camden also played in the Little League Softball World Series. She was on the first Pitt County team ever to make it. That Little League has quite a rich Little League softball history. They were the world champions a couple of years ago. Last won this region in 2023. That year they were the World Series runner-up.
You mentioned the 10U team won the state championship for Pitt County, so we're going to see them for a while. Continue to reload.
Jack Allen's daughter on that 10U team as well. Strike on the outside corner. 1-2. Chloe Cheek has been a fortress in the circle today.
I just love her demeanor too. I mean, just confident. Works in a good rhythm, gets ahead.
Hayslip, though, the batter, is one of the players that's been able to hit her. She got a hit against her in their last game, and today got a hit in her first at bat. Hayslip keeps battling. Count stays 2-2, 1 out here in the top of the 5th.
Hayslip, I mean, she's been a tough out for anybody. 6 for 9 on the week, an RBI machine. No runners on now, but she 8 RBI in 4 games.
Drifting foul, going over to try to make the play was Owsley, almost got it. Ball was tailing away from her. It's a good effort.
Great effort. We saw Owsley with the big 2 RBI hit last inning and nearly makes a terrific play here.
Hayslip keeps battling. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming.
Wow. And there's just so much on the line. Winner of this game goes to the Little League World Series, and they're fighting like there is a championship on the line. Just at bats, fouling off pitches.
4th foul of this at bat for Hayslip. Sit on the ground, Cheek. No problem fielding that. And so Chloe Cheek wins that long at bat battle with Hayslip. And there are 2 outs here in the top of the 5th.
Chloe Cheek saw enough foul balls and said, hey, all right, time for the changeup. Great pitch.
Anna Autry stepping up to bat now for North Carolina. Just outside, Autry comes from a remarkable family history. Includes Gene Autry, Johnny Cash, Randy Quaid, Dennis Quaid. Is that back 1-1? Autry, if she were to take that helmet off, you could see why they also call her Big Red. Full head of red hair. pitch.
Chloe Cheek just lights out. You can tell that she's putting the ball exactly where she wants to put it. Can change speeds, elevates when she's ahead. See that smile when she's looking at the dugout to get the sign. She's like, I don't care what you call. I know I'm just going to put it where I need to.
1-2 count. She's just managed this game so well.
That's a great way to put it, yep.
She won the state championship for them and now trying to win the Southeast Region Championship. Right back in the count now, 3-2. It's only the third 3-2 count Cheek has faced. Hasn't given up a walk.
North Carolina has not made it easy on her.
No.
I mean, every at bat it feels like there's 2-3 foul balls, just making her throw extra pitches.
Hey, let's go, 1-9.
Coach Nelson in the dugout. He was in the Little League World Series back when he played. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming. As they at least continue to make Cheek work. Count is full.
We're through 4 innings and Chloe Cheek's thrown 77 pitches. No runs, just 3 hits, but those are long at-bats to have that many pitches.
She's thrown 275 pitches this week. Did she go? No. And that is the first walk given up by Chloe Cheek. Anna Autry, very disciplined and patient, something you might expect from a future Marine.
Yeah, she definitely held there. Great call.
So the runner is on for North Carolina. They are down 3 here in the top of the 5th of the 6-inning game. Maddie Kate Allen up to bat. 2 outs.
North Carolina likes to do some magic with 2 outs. They came back and beat Georgia. No runners on and 2 outs. They were able to score 2 runs to walk it off yesterday, so 2 outs doesn't mean much to them.
She comes back with a strike against Allen. And Allen is the daughter of the manager, Jack Allen. So dad's talking to daughter throughout this at-bat.
Hey, let's go 10, let's go 10.
One and 2.
You got it! Get on time!
Cheek trying to work out of this with a runner on first, protecting a 3-0 lead. Runner Autry is at first base.
2 out, 2 out! Believe 10, you can hit with 2, baby. Only takes 1.
Got her. Chloe Cheek continues to be masterful in the circle. That was strikeout number 7. All right, thanks, Matt. Good job in the studio. Again, we have another championship coming your way at 1:45 Eastern on ESPN. Other games today are regional semifinals. So the Central region will be sending a team to the Little League World Series, same as here in Warner Robins. And we are getting deeper and deeper into this game. Bottom of the 5th inning, and Florida is holding on to a 3-0 lead. They are the defending champions representing the Lake Mary Little League All-Stars. And hoping to get back to Greenville. So Florida will be sending Kaylee Whitlock up to the plate. Whitlock, also a future doctor perhaps, supposed to be a pediatrician one day. Goes after the first pitch, just pulls it foul.
I love watching third base coach Brent Fieser. Anytime a player's making contact, his arm is already going in a circle.
That's the pitch you're looking for.
He's got the windmill going on.
I mean, as soon as contact's made, you see where this team gets their aggressiveness from. He's already thinking 2.
Kaylee, big Georgia Bulldog fan. Goes after that pitch, slips it into left field. Nice catch by Anna Autry. Is that ball getting up into the sun this time of day? Good hit by Whitlock, though.
A good first out for North Carolina and Kinley Moore. They're down to their last 3 outs. Want to keep this game as close as possible. A 3-run game, certainly manageable for the bats they have. Keep it right there.
Our pitcher, Chloe Cheek, stepping into the batter's box now. She's done a fantastic job in the circle today to keep North Carolina scoreless. Looking for her first hit of the day against Morgan. Good take from Cheek, a little low, 2-0. North Carolina will have final at bat to try to catch Florida. It's popped down the third base line. Nobody could grab it. There are 3 players trying.
Gemma Braxton ran a long way very quickly.
From shortstop.
Top 10 play this morning, but she made a play in the circle. Certainly make some plays at shortstop as well. Here she is.
She dove to catch a ball when she was pitching just down the third base line. Also had the walk-off hit to put North Carolina in this championship game. Outside. 3-1 to Cheek. Just have been so few 3-ball counts for both these pitchers today. Morgan has only walked 1 batter. Cheek crushes that. It gets behind Autry in left field. She's still running. Cheek gonna try to stretch this into a triple. And does. Chloe Cheek absolutely crushed that ball.
Not much emotion from Chloe Cheek in the circle, but when she's in the batter's box, the hardest hit ball we have seen all day long, makes it all the way to the fence. And when she's making the turn at second base, she runs through the stop sign. Coach Fieser had both his hands up. Chloe Cheek says, no way, I can make it, and slides into third base. Look at this emotion. She's been wanting to let that out all game long.
You're right, she's been so composed in the circle, but not on the base path. So Cheek is at third base, 1 out. Florida threatening to score again. Batter is Riley Tolan. Tolan, get this, she won the Catholic Youth Sports District Championship in the javelin.
Oh, wow.
How many javelin throwers do you know?
1 now.
Good pitch by Morgan.
We talk about the composure of Chloe Cheek for Florida in the circle, but Kinley Morgan is just undisturbed by anything. She attacks.
These are talking to the base runner. Big swing by Tolan. Hines keeping Cheek honest at third. 1 and 2 the count, 1 out. Base hit brings in another Florida run. How about that pitch by Morgan?
What a response. First extra base hit given up to the player before Chloe Cheek, and then just comes right back and just throws heat. Kinley Morgan has been terrific for this North Carolina team.
She will face Parker Garandi now. She's one of the biggest hearts on this team. If she won the lottery, she said she would pay her parents back for every softball lesson, piece of equipment, and tank of gas they've spent in supporting her softball career.
That's sweet. Understanding the sacrifices that are made. I mean, parents have to, there's a lot of parents here cheering on, and some probably couldn't make the trip, but putting their kids in a position to play Little League.
She's a coach too, helps coach her 5-year-old little sister's team. Throw down to third. She gets back. That's for time. Winner goes to the Little League Softball World Series in Greenville. Two-one pitch, foul back, 2-2.
Just missed. Parker Grande all over it, just under it.
Oh, some heat too.
Yeah.
2 outs. North Carolina trying to get Florida off the base path. Full count. North Carolina will have a final at bat to try to catch Florida.
It's just been so fun watching these battles. Both sides, both teams, hitters and pitchers. I mean, just every pitch is a battle.
7th pitch of this at bat coming with the count full, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Runner on 3rd. Florida up to bat. Durandi will take her base. Now runners at 1st and 3rd with 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. And Quinn Marshall will come up to bat. Marshall drew the only other walk on Morgan. She's the slapper.
She's the on-base machine. She finds a way on base.
North Carolina an out away from getting their final at bat, but Florida's threatening to score again. Outside.
Florida electing not to try and steal second base so far with runners on 1st and 3rd. We saw the arm Haley Hines has behind the plate with 2 outs. That's a very important insurance run standing on 3rd base for Florida.
Marshall pops that down the left field line, foul ball. Marshall, a future real estate attorney.
Hey, do what you do best now. Cover the outside part of the plate. Let's go to work. Come on, let it work. Hey, we're running on contact.
Trying to get her on, get that run in. Strike. Good job by Kenley Morgan to get the strikeout. And Florida leaves 2 on. The season comes down to this next at bat for North Carolina. Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. This Southeast Region Championship game is coming down to this next at-bat. We will be sending a team to the Little League World Series. And right now, Florida's had more to dance about. They are up 3-0, 3 outs away from a return trip to Greenville. But these North Carolina bats can get hot. They're aggressive on the base path as well. Emily Nelson up for North Carolina.
And North Carolina is a team that certainly plays to the last out, to the last strike. Last time they played Florida, it was the bottom of the 6th inning. They were down by 1, came back, tied that up, forced extras, and then just yesterday, down to their last strike, 3-2 count. Jimmy Braxton walks it off. This is a North Carolina team that knows how to fight, knows how to fight late in the game.
Cheek already ahead, 0-2. And Cheek throws a strikeout to the first batter she faces here in the top of the 6th. Let's check in with the studio real quick. Thanks, guys. Haley Hines up to bat now. Trying to get something started here for North Carolina in the top of the 6th. Chloe Cheek 2 outs away from her 3rd complete game win in this regional. But we have seen some crazy things the last 2 days.
We have. I am locked in. You never know what's going to happen. And North Carolina has been a part of some of the craziness in the late innings of games.
Hines goes after that pitch. 1-1.
It just seems like Chloe Cheek has zoned in as this game has gone on. First inning, North Carolina hit some deep fly balls. They were outs, but they were hard hit. But ever since then, man, it's just been feeding her defense, strikeouts, locked in, working ahead. She has been lights out.
1-2. Hines got a hit off Cheek in her last at bat. Coach Allen's going to come over and talk to Haley Hines.
It ain't no you to be by yourself. You ain't gotta be the hero. Just do your job. Take a deep breath. Whatever happens, happens. Look, it doesn't define you. None of this does. You understand? You're good, okay? Go up there and get your best effort, and that's all you can do. Got it?
Great message, Coach.
Both these coaches with some wonderful messages to their players. This is so tough. These players have played their heart out, given their all towards the end of this game. The trip to the World Series on the line.
Cheek wanted that call, didn't get it. 2-2. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Florida 2 outs away from going back to the Little League Softball World Series. Lake Mary Little League, just outside of Orlando. Hines rips a single to left field. And Haley Hines 2 for 2 today against Chloe Cheek, and hoping that's the start of a rally for North Carolina.
And that's the first hit Chloe Cheek has given up in a couple of innings, and Hines just stuck with it. Fell behind early in that count and drove the ball and gave North Carolina base runner. That's all they need right now, is just worry about getting base runners.
Bailey Smiley Jackson coming up to bat next. 0 for 1 today. This North Carolina team again, they've just put on such a base running display when they get runners on this week. They're always a threat to score when runners are on.
You're good here. Deep breath, deep breath.
Jackson, one of the veterans on this team. Goes after that pitch, and Cheek up 0-2 in the count.
And that's all you can ask for your hitters, though, is that they're swinging the bat. And this North Carolina team has been swinging the bat. No runs across yet, but the bat hasn't been on their shoulders. They are taking an aggressive approach.
0-2 count with 1 out. Haley Hines, the runner down at first, looking to get to second. 2 strikes facing Jackson. That is hit to right field. Edgehill retreats back, makes the catch. Excellent catch by Edgehill, not to let that ball get behind her. Cheek, defense working for her. Runner remains at first. That's Haley Hines. 2 outs. Florida is an out away from returning to the Little League Softball World Series.
Allie Scott Gaddis, the hitter up, came up to bat yesterday. The 2 outs, no runners on, and forced a walk. Got that rally started for North Carolina to walk it off to make it to this game. She was the reason why the game stayed alive.
Takes a strike after the first pitch. Strike 2. An elite game pitched by Chloe Cheek. A strike away from the World Series. Swing by Gaddis to stay alive in the batter's box. The count's still 0-2. Florida 1 strike, 1 out away from returning to the World Series.
Just the confidence that we've seen from Allie Scott Gaddis in the box to work that walk yesterday. Falls behind 0-2, fouling off a pitch. She's locked in.
Great stop by Avery Little, the catcher. 1-2 the count, 2 outs, top of the 6th. Hit out into the outfield. It gets down. Runners will keep running. 1 run will score for North Carolina. And again, Gaddis comes up big for North Carolina and extends the game. It's now 3-1 with 2 outs in the top of the 6th.
And you could just see it in her presence in the box. Laser focused in, gets the barrel on the ball, drops it in between Charlie Rouse, the center fielder, and the left fielder there. Hopefully everyone's okay. But North Carolina, they know how to fight to the very end.
Haley Hines comes across all the way from first base. Baylor Stocks, the batter. Baylor got a hit in her last at bat against Cheek. Florida trying to hold on here. They're an out away.
Yeah, it was a good play. It was a good play. It was a good hit. So what? Hey, we're going to take her out to 1. That's all we got to do. Yeah. All right? Hey, let's pump the zone on this one, okay? We got the last batter before we turn it over. Yeah. We got to pump the zone. We got to hit her spots. Don't aim, just throw. Yeah. All right? Let your defense do the work. All right? Let's pump the zone, girl. Stay down through the ball. Plays at 1. Give your pitcher a lot of confidence. Have some fun out there, all right? It's a game. Make sure to smile. Let's go. Let's go finish it out. Come on. Do what we do. There we go. Outs on me. Outs on 3. 1, 2, 3. Outs. Let's go.
Coach Fieser trying to be the first manager to take a team to back-to-back Little League Softball World Series. Baylor Stocks is the batter.
Baylor Stocks had a hit after Allie Scott worked that walk yesterday against Georgia to keep this game alive. Feels so similar to this situation right now.
She's the 12th batter in their continuous batting order, but has come up huge this week. Strike 1 by Cheek. Strike 2. Remember, Gaddis got her hit in the previous at bat with 2 strikes. Florida back in the situation of being a strike or an out away from a return to the World Series. Ball 1. Gaddis, the base runner, just had the big hit. She's down at 3rd. Two and 2.
Incredible discipline by Baylor Stocks. You're down to your last strike. Be able to stay focused, stay in your zone, not chase. Now she's got to bring you something here. You got to be ready.
Popped up into foul territory, out of play. The bat will continue. Count stays 2 and 2.
Keep fighting, B. Keep fighting, B. Come on, you got it, baby. Keep fighting. Keep fighting.
Baylor Stocks 3 RBIs this week. There's a runner on 3rd, 2 outs. Season on the line. Florida is a back-to-back Southeast Region champion, and they are returning to the Little League Softball World Series.
What a performance in the circle by Chloe Cheek. She was nails from the first pitch, really carried this team through the entire Southeast Regional. But North Carolina, they fought to the last strike, to the last out, took the long road here and nearly mounted a comeback. But congratulations to Lake Mary Little League and this team from Florida to making it back to the Little League Softball World Series.
The first softball team from Lake Mary ever to do that. So our final score, Florida defeats North Carolina 3-1. For Brittany McKinney, I'm Sam Gore. We're going to get you right now to more Little League softball action. We're going to send it over to Doug and Alex for the New England Regional, Rhode Island and Connecticut.